is one who can only find his way by moonlight, and his punishment is that he sees the dawn before the rest of the world. Blue Sergeant had forgotten how many times she'd been told that she would kill her true love. A realization that even if you had discovered the future, it really didn't change how you lived in the present. And she saw someone. Blue's heart hammered like a fist to her breastbone. On the other side of the heartbeat, he was still there. Where there should have been nothing, there was a person. I think they're coming, Raven boys.
Everybody wants to rule the world.
Hello, beautiful bookish people. My name is Hannah, and I think I found a new favorite book.
Yep, that's me.
So hopefully y'all liked the beginning trailer. Fun fact, it was my first ever fan-made trailer that I've made, so if that doesn't tell you how invested in this book series I am, I don't know what will. I don't actually have the book with me because I listened to the audiobook, but I'm sure I'll pop it up somewhere on screen. Like, here. Or, here. Oh, it's twirling in. Whoa! Ah, it's coming in from the bottom. Whoa! Effects. We love that. So, if you are unfamiliar with the Raven Boys, it's about these 4 private school Virginian prep school boys and this girl named Blue who all go on this adventure to find this dead Welsh king, because if they do, they will get granted a wish. And I just love it so much, but anyway, we're getting ahead of myself. So Blue has been told her whole life by her psychic mom that if she kisses her true love, he will die. Bum, bum, bum. But anywho, it's about these 5 people who come together in a really odd but really cool and magical way, and I really enjoyed it. So if you don't know, I am a character-driven person, and the Raven Boys is a perfect example of a really well-crafted story with character-driven plot. The Raven Boys is a good example of not just why I like reading, but also why I like reading YA. Because I think there is something magical in the way that Maggie Stiefvater was able to capture adolescence and growing up. It's this weird, my life is about to start and yet it's already started. It's this like weird period of your life where nothing is certain, and she tells it really well through this lens of growing up. So anywho, why I love YA is another video for another time. I just feel like it perfectly embodies everything that I love reading about. From the well-rounded characters to the lyrical, whimsical, but also kind of straightforward writing style, to this incredible mystery that unfolds. And the Raven Boys does this thing that I love. I feel like I've repeated that so many times, where it uses fantastical elements of like myths and legends and simultaneously our modern world and kind of crosses them, but in this really cool, simplistic and complex way.
That makes no sense, but I promise it does when you read it.
I know I'm kind of late to the game when it comes to like loving the Raven Boys, but I figured I would just spread this late bloomer love into the world because it's pretty real right now. And because I haven't felt this invested in a book series in a long time. And I think that has to do with Maggie Stiefvater's characters, because we all know like the difference between like flat and round characters, but like each person inner story seems like a round character and perfectly complex in their own way, where like Blue is a feminist, but like that's not her entire being. It's not feminism, you know. Ronan is like the Slytherin of all Slytherins, but there's more to him and he's more complex. Adam is shy but will speak his mind when it comes to terms with it. My whole point is everyone feels like a real person because complex in their own way. They always say that common phrase is, you know, you get to choose your friends, you don't get to choose your family. So there's this cool theme that underlined it about choosing your family, because there's this one line that Gansey, I think is said about Gansey, because it's like Gansey chose these misfits that wouldn't necessarily have a home but made like perfect sense in their group. And I don't know, I just thought that was really cool. Just this like display of friendship and like genuine friendship on a page was really cool. And speaking of Gansey, I actually really liked him. He was my favorite. I don't know if it was because we were bonding on that Ravenclaw research, but you know, I feel like a lot of it, of why I liked Gansey so much, is because I feel like he wasn't the typical YA protagonist. He's definitely the leader of the group, but the way he leads is very different than what I've seen in books before. He's like very methodical, and he thinks things through, and he loves research. And you can clearly tell that he wants to help everyone in the group, but in doing so, he cares like too much, and sometimes that causes the conflict. We're very much used to like the brooding, maybe moody, cold on the outside, heart of gold type boy, but Gansey is kind of the opposite, which is cool because I feel like Maggie Stiefvater took the side character that we all know and love and made him the protagonist, which is like really cool. I like it a lot.
Good times.
So if I have not convinced you to read The Raven Boys, I have failed, but I'll try with one more hit. I loved it and I think you should read it. And with that, I'm going to go into a little spoilery section. I just have a couple things I want to talk about. It's like oddly specific, and I just need to get it off my chest so that I can wrap up this just love fest for The Raven Boys. If you're still here, I'm hoping you have read the book. So, I want to come and say that I kind of want to defend Adam for just a little bit, just a little bit. Because as I was looking up reviews to prepare for this video, I noticed a lot of people did not like Adam in the first book, mostly because at the end of the book, Adam wakes up the landline that Gansey has been researching for so long. But as I was reading it, I was like, yeah, this makes sense, because Adam and Gansey have that fight about Adam's living situation, and it makes sense that Adam would like act out of emotion as a way, like what can he do to get back at Gansey except go after this thing that he's kind of researched for so long. That when I read that was happening, I was
Like, yeah, that makes sense.
But I think that's the point of these characters, is they're not role models. They're like possibilities of like real teenagers, because it's human to me to like act out of emotion or do something rash without thinking about it. And so when I saw Adam doing that, I thought like it makes sense to me, because like I feel like I would do the same thing if I was feeling the way Adam did. Yes, was it stupid? Of course, but so are humans. Also, Noah's dead. I did not see that coming. And like, I feel kind of dumb, but Maggie Stiefvater did it in such a brilliant way that I don't feel dumb, where like the first thing out of his mouth is like, I've been dead, and like you're like, Noah. Because the writing style is so whimsical that you don't know like what to believe. It was great. My applause to Maggie Stiefvater, because that threw me for a loop. I was like, ooh, what? Another thing I want to talk about is Blue's dad. Who is he? Can someone tell me if we find out who her dad is, but no spoilers? I just want to know if we like get to know, because I have this conspiracy theory that maybe it's the Welsh King or a magical being in some sort. That's just a theory I have. I mean, plot twist, that would be kind of cool. Also, another talking about humans character thing is, like, I loved that scene where Ronan came back to take defense of Adam, and Ronan kind of beat up Adam's dad. Again, brash. But did I love it? Yes.
Everything about this book is kind of like hitting my heart.
So, in conclusion, that was my review, but more so my gush about the Raven Boys. And if you made it through all that rambliness, you're a trooper. I love you, and thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Keep reading and all that jazz. I don't have the book because bloop, already messing up. I'm gonna hate myself so much in editing. Prep. Oh, I'm already messing up so much. Ooh. We have the phone ringing. Stuff. Cool stuff. Cool stuff. My mind just went blank.